Hello and welcome to Audrey the ICONN Adventures. I'm Connie.
And I'm Daryl.
And this is Audrey the ICONN.
It's group camp time. Let's get Audrey set up. Connie's stuck at work and won't be out for a few more days, so I'm here doing this solo today. The wall to the left provides extra shade for the fridge. The walls to the right provide shade for the kitchen and some privacy for our ensuite. With the sun coming directly into the awning, the extension wall out to the front there ensured we've got plenty of shade all day long. All set up, time to sit back and relax. Well, I hadn't been here for very long this morning. I heard a big noise and that happened. It came right up there. Just came down with an almighty bang, crack, smashed itself all over the ground. Thankfully none of us were planning to camp just here because it would have made a mess of anything it hit. That branch is probably, oh yeah, that's an easy 10 to 12 centimetres across. I spoke with the rangers. We can have a fire tonight, right up until midnight. Then the band kicks in. That means no more fires. It's really bad out here, they said. They've been fighting fires all over the place. The plan therefore is don't allow people to have fires, and the amount of fires they have to fight should be much less. So we can understand that logic. It's a shame it had to come in and happen while we're having a group camp. Anyway, so be it. We've come up with an idea, well I should say I've come up with an idea that we're going to see if we can do it for Friday, Saturday, Sunday nights. When one of the other guys comes out here, he's going to bring some stuff out for us so that we can get in and still have the campfire spirit just without the heat and the smoke. I'll be sure to do some video of that and pop that in a little bit later in this particular episode. Thanks for your patience, and to everyone that was looking forward to a fire, we were as well. We got that much firewood on the way, we could burn the whole damn forest down. Anyway, we're not going to do it. We'll do the right thing, be responsible, and that just means we got some firewood for another day. At group camp, we do our best to have a fire each evening. We find it's the best way to bring everyone together in a lovely, relaxing environment. And then the stories start to flow. And the information you can pick up from those is just gold. It's just the perfect way to end a day. Good morning, here we are. Official day one of the group camp. And we're greeted by some of our roos. One of the many reasons we like coming out here to Peach Trees. We can hear plenty of different birds here. Had the cookers early this morning. There's some king parrots here yesterday afternoon, cockatoos. We've got Audrey set up there. Last night we had our campfire, as we were allowed to. Fire ban now, so no more fires, so that'll get put away a little later when it gets cleaned out. And then over here, we have Pete and Carmel set up with their E2 Elite Next Gen. And just behind them, we have Mark and Susan in their R4T LRX. I think it's build number 3, that one. They've had it for about 3 years. We haven't seen them since May last year at a group camp, so great to be able to sit down and spend some time around the fire last night. There's another bubbaroo having a feed with Mum just over there. There's so many of them at this time of year. Part of the reason why I chose to have this camp in October. It's 2 years since we had our first group camp now, and on that one there was lots of young roos And we even saw a koala in the tree down the other end. There's a youngster cuddled up to his mum right there in front of Audrey. I've got the wide angle lens on, so hopefully this looks really good on your TV. Might not be so flash on your phone. Oh, I forgot to mention our wood ducks as well. They're over there near that fire ring. Let's see if I can do this. They're over in this area just here. Just wandering around. We see them every time we come out. Saw a nice big goanna yesterday afternoon as well. He's about 4 or 5 foot long. He'll come strolling through later today, checking out the campsites, checking out for scraps. Anyway, time for brekkie, and kick back and relax and have a nice enjoyable day with some great camping friends. Well, here we are. The old saying, how many sparkies does it take to change a light bulb? How many people does it take to make a fake fire?
I'm the fire warden.
We've got a fire warden over there, that's Pete. We've got Carmel there supervising, holding the Sharpies so nobody gets hurt. Connie and Cole are the hands-on part of the team. I've told them that this has got to be awesome. We've got a total fire ban at the moment. Therefore, we're having some fun.
It will.
So this is the preparation for the festivities for this evening. Looking forward to it. Just got to say a quick thanks to Cole for going to all the different shops to buy all the different stuff at super short notice to do this. Yesterday I went for a drive for about 3 hours, check out some of the tracks in the local area. Connie and I have been on just about every track there is in this area. Anyway, we want to take some of the gang, or those who are still with us here on Sunday, for a drive. I thought the best thing to do was to go out and do a little bit of reconnaissance on it, and that's what I did. And it was good going and seeing Dave at the information centre. He gave me some info that's changed since we were last here, which was great. So we will have a really good drive on Sunday. We're going to have a picnic lunch while we're out and about. It was hot yesterday, about 35, 36-ish degrees, so 3 hours in the car with aircon was a little bit of a reward for myself, I think. It was a nice little respite from the heat, even though we did have a bit of a breeze. We had Pete and Carmel here yesterday, and we had Mark and Susan here. Both of those campers arrived here on the Wednesday, which was actually the day before the camp started. And it was great. We had a campfire that night. Then fire ban kicked in. So last night, after dinner, we sat around over at Pete and Carmel's trailer and had a good old yak until 10ish or so at night, I suppose. It was really good. Got cold. It was cold last night. Extra blanket needed and everything. And today has been a beautiful day. Just about everybody else has arrived now. We're just waiting on one more couple. I'm not sure if they're arriving today or tomorrow. Or everyone's interacting and just having such a great time. Not everybody here has met everybody before. Obviously, Connie and I have, well, pardon me, we've got a new couple here this weekend as well to the group. That's fantastic. And out of the other trailers, not everybody had met, so it was good to see those new interactions taking place and everybody getting along really well, talking about all the various adventures they've been on, not just here with their camper trailers, all over the world with all the various things they've done. So I really enjoy sitting back and just listening to the stories that people are able to share like that. And I'm sure everybody else enjoys listening to everybody else's stories as well. It's a lot of fun, and pick up so many tips and tricks and ideas. And what about that place? I've heard about that place, and what was it like for you? And getting that first-hand knowledge is gold. It's like they say when you travel somewhere, if you can get the information from a local, yeah, it's the people that have travelled. Like Mark and Susan have done about 70,000 kilometres with their trailer in the last 3 years. Connie and I, we've done about 36,000. Pete and Carmel haven't done a lot. They've been doing other things and haven't been able to travel as much. Even so, it's been an excellent time. The moon was building up to be the harvest full moon. With the cloudless days and nights, made it very easy to sit back and enjoy the moon, do some stargazing and satellite watching. The fake fire turned out looking pretty good. We still used it as our meeting point to sit around and have our shared afternoon teas, then kick back and relax and enjoy the evening without having to fight the smoke, necessarily get cooked by the heat on such warm weather. Not everybody was able to stay for the entire weekend. Here's a couple of pics of the entire gang around our U-Butte fire. The Saturday night potluck dinner, dress code was Hawaiian. Plenty of bright shirts, some leis, even some hula skirts. You can see in the pics here that there are some shenanigans going on, a bit of joking, and a lot of fun had by all, and as usual, the food was just awesome.
One of the reasons we chose the group camp at this time of year was the hope of seeing some of the little wallabies and kangaroos just coming out of the pouches. I always take a lot of photos of animals, and Daryl always teases me for it, but this mother and baby laying around on the grass and just we were so close and they didn't even bother about us. We also had another little one that kept coming every morning and hanging outside our shower tent, and he again was, or she, not really sure, was not at all fazed to have us in its company. Just like the other wildlife, normally there's 3 or 4 of these large lizards running around, but today Leroy's chosen to place statues up in the tree high above the crowds. Managed to catch these couple of kings that were hanging out in the park next door, again avoiding the crowds, I think. Did manage to see catch one in flight, but somehow that photo's gone away. And of course we had the obligatory kookaburras watching over us. These ones were a lot nicer to us than the ones at our last camping experience with the group. No cracker stealing evident at this camp.
Okay, we're right behind you. Carmel on board now.
Okay, you'll be running number 3. Well gang, we're heading out for the day. Well, a few hours of fun. Go and show some of the people around. So here comes Connie driving Eddie today. We have Graham and Ricky. They're our newcomers. We have...
So how far are you running? Are you coming down to me or what?
I certainly am, so just stay where you are please. How's Pete and Carmel?
There's a car coming towards me.
Okay, everybody just drive through then. And there's... I'll jump in with Cole. And here's Cole. This is the old Gymnify tower. She's been decommissioned for quite some time now. And they were meant to start some restoration works on it. Oh, a few years back as well. We've seen it in this state of disrepair most of our time coming out to peach trees. Got the big fence around it. You see some of the old logs over there. You can see the old ladders that they've ripped down to stop us climbing it. And yeah, all this area is fenced off. There was a contractor here a couple of years ago, and then I think there's a whole heap of kerfuffle over it, and the contractor just up and disappeared. I had the opportunity to climb it many years ago when I was a kid, and I didn't. And now I may never get to. So I look back and go, drats. So if you get an opportunity, do it, because you might not get to in the future. Anyway, we just pulled over to here to have a quick look. We will go and see Dave a little later in town, and he can tell us a whole heap more about this wonderful old structure and what might be happening with it. There's a little bit of space here to be able to park. You can hear a couple of the cars running in the background. I'm playing with this gimbal still. Hopefully not making you seasick. And up here there's a little bit of a view. I was letting the cockatoo have a good old screech in the background. Anyway, we're going to keep going with this little drive and just show the gang some of the forest and some of the sights. We'll get what we can on camera here to share with you. You can see how dusty it is, people. It's dry as out here at the moment. And this creek bed that I'm just about to walk through, that the gang just drove through, it's dry as the track I'm walking on, not a drop to be seen. Usually this is a lovely little water splash in here. And at the moment, bone dry. Nothing. Some of the creeks have had a little bit of a trickle in them. Nothing here. Still beautiful and cool. No water At the moment, that's just how dry it is out in this part of the world at the moment. Yeah. And after the gang goes through, we return the gate the way it was. I'll jump in with you. This is a lovely little spot on the drive to stop. T intersection. Just enough room for the four of us to jam in. We've just come down the Tungy Road after we left the Jimna Information Centre. Go in and talk to Dave. Such a knowledgeable man about the area. He's lived here pretty much most of his life, has much knowledge to share, and it's by talking with him that we found out about what's down the end of this road we're looking at here now. The rest of the gang, I haven't told them what's down there. We're going to find out soon. It's just a nice little drive. And then we come back from down there and we head back down in this direction, and people are waving and taking photos and panoramas and stuff. Just a great little spot to stop for a bit of photography and enjoy the view. And we can see some, if I come around this way, Jasper, see this tree just here? And you can see the smoke plume coming out from behind it. We saw that when we were on the earlier part of our drive this morning. We were a lot closer to it, not in a dangerous way, just we were a lot closer to it, and that's down south of where we're camping. You see all the smoke off to the north. We've got the breeze coming in from the southerly, and that's why you see all that smoke haze off in that direction there. See, some of the ground is really beautiful and green. I'd say they've done some controlled burn off out here, and it's grown back really nicely. In other areas they obviously haven't burned off, so it has that brownish tinge to it all. It is super dry out here at the moment. On the track we drove this morning, all the creek crossings should have been anywhere up to a foot deep, and we just drove through puddles today, which was in one way disappointing, and it also highlights just how dry it is here. Just a couple of shots here of the gang all parked up, having a look around at a very scenic location while we're out for a drive today. After some fun out exploring the local area, coming back having a shared afternoon tea, sitting around our fake fire was the perfect way to end the day. We even had another camper in the ground come up and asked to take a photo. It was obviously a hit and had gained some attention over the nights we had it there. As the saying goes, all good things must come to an end. Group camps are always a lot of fun, and this time was exactly the same. Awesome time with awesome people. Anyway, Audrey's getting packed up now. She's nice and dry. There was plenty of sun this morning to take care of any dew on the walls and the roof. And then we get to say our goodbyes and head off and look forward to seeing everyone the next time.